Hi everyone, today we are going to learn to make the lacy shell stitch. I am Arundhati and welcome to Yarn Stitch Color. To make the Tunisian lacy shell stitch, I am going to use Ganga Alisha, that's the yarn, and I am using a 6 mm Tunisian crochet hook. This is from Knitpro. So to make the lacy shell stitch, we will first make a foundation row, and the row has to have a chain of 5 plus 2. So let's make that. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and that's a multiple of 5, and we'll do 2 more. Okay, so we have a chain of 22. Remember this number because in Tunisian we will have to count the number of loops on the hook. So turn the work around a bit and you'll see these back bumps. So we are going to insert into those back bumps and pull up a loop. Okay, so we are not going to work in the first one. From the second one, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert into the back bump, that's just a one loop, yarn over and pull up a loop. Okay, we are going to do that all the way through. Insert, yarn over and pull up a loop. We will do that across this row. And that's the last one. We insert, yarn over and pull up a loop. Okay, so let's count how many loops do we have on the hook. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 and 22. So we began with a chain of 22 and we have 22 loops on the hook. So we are going right. Okay, now let's do the return pass. That's chain 1. Okay, just pull through 1, that's chain 1. So yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That is all we will do for the whole of this return pass. So the first one was yarn over and pull through 1, that was a chain 1, and then we do yarn over, pull through 2. The return pass for the foundation row is quite simple. We just keep doing the same thing. Yarn over and pull through 2. We have 2 loops now. Yarn over and pull through the last 2. That's how we make our foundation row. Okay. After we finish the foundation row, we will have 1 loop on the hook. In Tunisian, we will always have 1 loop left on the hook when the row is done. Now we will make a forward pass. We finished the foundation row and we'll make a forward pass. The forward pass in this stitch right now is going to be a Tunisian simple stitch. How do we make that? Is we will insert under the vertical bar of the next stitch. We are not going to do anything under this first one, but we are going to insert the hook under the vertical bar of the second stitch. So this stitch already has this loop on. So we will insert under the vertical bar, yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert under the next one, yarn over and pull up a loop. ensure that you're inserting only under the vertical bar and taking only one loop. So yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert, yarn over, pull up a loop. By the end of this row, we should have the same number of loops on the hook as the starting chain. So that's the forward pass. Okay, now we are at the last stitch. We have the last stitch here. So for this last stitch, this is the vertical bar in the front and that is the vertical bar at the back. Ensure that you go under both. Okay, take your hook and insert it under both the loops, front and the back. Yarn over and pull up a loop. So if you're just beginning Tunisian, I recommend that you always count the number of loops on your hook. Otherwise it is a common mistake to drop or add loops. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 and 22. Now begins the lacy shell stitch. Okay, so for the return pass is actually something that's going to make the stitch here. So for the return pass, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now count 6 loops including this one that's on the hook right now. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Push the others a little away and that's how we have counted these 6 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all these 6. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, then yarn over and chain 4, 2, 3, 4. Ensure that these chains are a little loose because in the next stitch next row we are going to work into these stitches. So don't pull them too tight. So we do a yarn over and now we will again pull through 6. So that's 3, 6. Okay, so yarn over and pull through 6. Now again yarn over and chain 4, 3 and 4, yarn over and pull through 6, chain 4, yarn over and pull through 6. In the end we will be left with 2 loops on the hook. Chain 2. Okay, chain 2 and yarn over, pull through 2. That's how the lacy shell stitch starts to look like in Tunisian crochet. Okay, now we will make the next row. To make the next row, we are going to start inserting into these chains also. So we have this loop here on the hook and that's the first loop on the previous row. Okay, so we are going to start inserting into the chain. So don't insert into this one. This already has this loop on the hook. Insert into the chain like this, only under one loop. Don't try to pass through 2 loops. Insert under one loop and pull up a loop. Insert under one loop of the chain, pull up a loop. There were 2 chains, right? So we have now 2 loops on the hook. Insert into this top space of the shell. Insert into that yarn over, pull up a loop. We had 4 chains here, so we are going to insert into each of the chain and pull up a loop. That's 4. Insert into the top of the shell, insert into each of the chains. By the way guys, these are real birds, if you can hear them in the background. So I'm not going to edit and cut them out. They are always here when I'm crocheting, so they are constant companions. Let's start inserting into the chain 3 and 4. Insert into the top of the shell, and now we are at the end here. So now we are at the end and we have these 4 chains left, but we are going to insert under 2, skip 1 and insert under 2 loops of the last chain. Okay, now let's count the number of loops on our hook. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 and 22. So we are going right. Now we will do the return pass, and that is the shell stitch. Okay, so we chain 3. 1, 2, 3, yarn over, and remember to pull through 6. Chain 4, yarn over and pull through 6. Chain 4, yarn over and pull through 6 loops. Chain 4, yarn over and pull through 6. So we do a chain 3 at the beginning, and then in betweens are all chain 4s, and the last is a chain 2. Chain 2, pull through 2 loops. We are left with 1 loop on the hook. So this is how our shell stitch is starting to form. Lacy shell. Okay, and then we again do the forward pass. For the forward pass, we insert through the chain, pull up a loop, insert, pull up a loop, that is 2, insert in the top of the shell, pull up a loop, and we have 4 chains here. So we insert into each of the chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we insert into the top of the shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, insert into top of the shell. We will continue making this across the row. At the end of the row, we again insert into 2 chains. We've skipped 1 and insert under the 2 loops of the last one. And pull up a loop. Let's see if we have 22. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and another 2. Now we will do the return pass. That's 1, 2, 3 chains, yarn over and pull through 6. 4 chains and pull through, yarn over and pull through 6. 4 chains, yarn over and pull through 6. 4 chains, yarn over, pull through 6. When we are left with 2, we do a chain 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So that is how the piece starts to look like, and the shell stitch is coming out quite nicely. Okay, so now we will continue to make the forward pass, that is inserting into the chains and pulling up a loop. You can pause the video at various places and just rewind a bit to see how to make the forward pass and the return pass. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching.